Batman and Robin on 4K. Looks good, but it's a terrible movie. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Vault. My name is Rob. Let's talk about movies. I'm back once again with another 4K review on our Batman journey, guys. We are looking at 1997's Batman and Robin on 4K Ultra HD here. We're going to compare this 4K release from 2019 to the previous 2009 Blu Ray release. In a couple of minutes here on the video, we will look at picture and audio quality. So Batman and Robin gets a theatrical release in 97, I believe, and comes to home entertainment physical media in 98. I had the old VHS, but Batman and Robin, this DVD, this is what I was familiar with when I was younger. I have to say, I was a big fan of Alicia Silverstone at the time. She was in the height of her career around this time, and I thought this was fantastic at the time, but not anymore. Some Batman and Robin memorabilia, guys. Big fan of the Smashing Pumpkins, so their track "The End Is the Beginning Is the End" was released from Batman and Robin, and here it is on cassette tape, would you believe? I still have it in the collection. Awesome stuff. And the B-side is a really nice slower version of the track called "The Beginning Is the End Is the Beginning." Smashing Pumpkins, awesome stuff from Batman and Robin. One other little piece of memorabilia, guys, I have from Batman and Robin is working as a projectionist. We used to use slide projectors, so little slides like this you would put in and they would kind of change on screen while you were waiting on the movie to start. This is an advertisement for Batman and Robin. That is what this is, and I have it in the collection here. Okay, it's time to talk about audio quality on Batman and Robin, guys. Here we go. 4K Ultra HD. This is what we're talking about. A Dolby Atmos / Dolby True HD 7.1 surround mix on this one. The title sequence, once again, is really nice, really interesting. We get there kind of titles coming past. We have that Elliot Goldenthal score again, guys. He done Batman Forever, so there's a nice continuity between the two Schumacher Batmans here that I really like. Action sequences sound good, and we kind of get the over-the-top kind of zany, kind of wacky kind of sound effects and stuff in there as well. So overall, thumbs up on the Atmos / True HD 7.1 surround mix on Batman and Robin. Okay guys, picture quality, that's another thing you want to know about, and that's why you're here. What does Batman and Robin picture quality look like on 4K? These are my initial thoughts rewatching here for the review. We're going to do the comparison in one moment's time. 1.85 to 1 aspect ratio, so full screen picture on your TV or however you are watching this. Batman and Robin was originally shot on 35mm film, and it has a 4K digital intermediate, so a proper 4K restoration and 4K Ultra HD disc here, guys. Colours, I'm going to repeat myself, guys, from Batman Forever, but colours really pop once again in Batman and Robin here. That's the kind of bright and colourful world of Batman we're getting with Joel Schumacher. So vibrant, reds, blues, greens, all look really good in Batman and Robin. It looks fantastic, but it's a terrible, terrible movie. The colour grade looks good on initial kind of watch here, guys. I really like it. There's some daytime scenes. Once again, I said that for Batman Forever, that look good. And then the colourful kind of nighttime, colourful world of Gotham looks really good as well. Detail looks fantastic on this 4K, guys. It's unbelievable. It's a pity it's just a terrible movie, because it does look and sound fantastic on 4K here. The one thing I will say about 4K is sometimes it shows you too much and you can see too much detail, and the one thing that puts me off Batman and Robin, other than it being a terrible movie, is the fact that the end sequence you get those black and silver bat suits, Robin suits, Batgirl suits, whatever you want to call them, and it literally looks like someone has taken silver paint and just markered in the symbols on them. It looks terrible in 4K. Sometimes 4K brings out too much detail that you don't really want to see, that may have been hidden in previous DVD or Blu Ray releases. Okay guys, time for the 4K versus Blu Ray head to head here. We are comparing Batman and Robin 4K from 2019 to the previous Batman and Robin Blu Ray release from 2009. We're going to try and match some scenes here on screen, taking pictures with this camera on my TV, so let's take a look. Couple of minutes into the movie, guys, our first look at Arnie as Mr. Freeze. 4K looks fantastic. The Blu-ray looks a little bit brighter, but I think the 4K has better detail in there for my liking. About 20 minutes or so in, we get a look at Bane, Poison Ivy's sidekick in this version of Batman and Robin. 4K here, red and green look fantastic. They look better than the Blu-ray, which is a lot brighter looking, as we have come to expect here. Here's one of these daytime scenes I mentioned a couple of seconds ago, guys. This is Alicia Silverstone as Barbara. We get to see here the 4K looks really nice. It has a warmer kind of looking tones compared to the Blu-ray, which is overall brighter looking. We get to see the kind of colourful ball later on in the movie here, guys. 4K looks great. Check out the red on Robin's suit here. Let's compare that to the Blu-ray, and you get to see some of the slight differences between 4K and Blu-ray here. Let's check out Poison Ivy here, guys. Here is the 4K. Looks fantastic. Detail is great in there. Slightly better looking detail as compared to the Blu Ray, in my opinion. Heading towards the end of the movie, guys, let's take a look at George Clooney as the worst Batman ever. 4K look here, guys, has a bit of a warmer look to it, and the Blu Ray has a cooler look, cooler tones to it altogether. Here's those 3 terrible silver suits I was talking about earlier, guys. The 4K here you can see is much darker and the Blu-ray is much brighter. We've come to expect that though anyways. So just a couple of thoughts about the movie, guys. You know how I feel about Batman Forever. We spoke about that in my previous video, but there's a lot of stupid one-liners from the get-go in this. As I've already mentioned, Joel Schumacher gives us a different take on Batman, on The Dark Knight, on Gotham City. Different take completely. Batman and Robin features some very bad looking CGI, I have to say, guys. Absolutely crap looking stuff, with the Batmobile driving along these giant statues with arms and whatever all that stuff is supposed to be in Gotham. I am not a big fan of it. This is as close to the 60s show you would get in terms of a movie as anything other than the 60s show itself. This is what you're kind of getting with the Joel Schumacher Batmans. Cast, guys, I don't know about this one. I kind of feel like what happened again, like Batman Forever. Let's look at this old DVD cover again, because here we go. Ernie as Mr. Freeze, fantastic stuff. I actually really like him and he's quite funny. His one-liners like actually kind of come off funny now looking back on it. George Clooney as Batman is the worst Batman ever as far as I'm concerned. He's absolutely terrible. His one-liners and jokes are bad. Chris O'Donnell as Robin, he's not the worst. He's quite annoying in this movie, I will say. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, I thought she was quite good. I liked her. And Alicia Silverstone, as I said, I was a big fan of her at the time. Looking back now, it's a little bit cringe. She's not the greatest either. We also have this kind of underlying story of Alfred, and that's how Alicia Silverstone comes in as Barbara / Batgirl. Lots of unbelievable action in this, like high flying across rooms. Lots of like wire stunts, I would say, for behind the scenes of this thing, and it just comes across as bad, unbelievable, not kind of realistic like the Tim Burton stuff we've seen, especially 89. No kind of over the top stunts, and we completely get all of that in Batman and Robin. So there you go, guys. That is my take on Batman and Robin on 4K. I would love for you guys to get involved. Jump in the comments down below. I want to hear what you think. Did you pick this up on 4K? Do you have it? Are you happy with the previous Blu-ray release? Did you ever go past DVD? Did you ever even own this movie? Maybe some of you guys didn't feel that you needed to have it in the collection. I'm a big Batman fan. You guys know that. I have to have it on all versions available. So let me know what you think of the movie, what you think of the 4K, what did you think of the cast. Jump in, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you guys on the next one.